Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how to do an underpainting with acrylic paint. This is my reference photo. This is the landscape I'll be painting. Here's my canvas, here's my palette. I'm just going to set my reference photo out of the frame. Sorry that I can't fit it all in, but okay, first thing I'm going to do, my underpainting can be any color really. You want to stick with something that relates to the whole photo that you don't mind showing a little bit on the final result. In fact, you may want to choose something you want to show a lot. Darker colors are probably easier, so I'm going to mix myself up a purple. Just make sure you mix up enough color that it will last you the whole underpainting. Okay, so something dark, vibrant, purple. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is rinse out my brush from when it was magenta. And I want to wet my whole canvas with a little bit of water just to break the surface tension and to make it easier for your paint to glide and for it to stay wet till you can finish the entire underpainting, okay? You don't want a huge puddle of water, but you do want your brush to easily glide across. I'm also using a large brush. Okay, this helps me stay loose. It helps me not get focused too much on the details, and it helps me work quickly. Okay, when I have that totally covered in in water, then I'm going to add a little bit of color and work into that water and just tone the whole canvas my underpainting color. Okay, I'm just spreading that into the water, working back and forth. Can you guys hear those jets? I mean, perfect time to be filming a demonstration video with really loud jets going by. Okay, when I have the whole canvas toned, now I'm going to create a value drawing. So I don't want to just draw lines. I want to draw areas and shapes of value and main things in my picture. So I'm going to draw my horizon line. I'm going to draw a line for the road. And then I'm going to add in my trees. So let me show you my reference photo again. Hills and the road. Okay, now I'm going to put in my trees. And since the trees are all very dark, I'm just going to lay in their whole shape, and they connect together. All my trees, it's a big line of trees that just goes smaller in the distance. And then I'm going to add a tree right there. My demo videos always have so many background noises. This is why I could never have a YouTube channel. Okay, and there's trunks of my trees, and I'm just doing my trees as a big blob. Again, this is an underpainting. It's helping you get some paint laid down. It's helping you get a drawing of your basic stuff, but not a lot of details or worry about texture. Okay, so I'm just gonna make my trees a little bit darker, my line of trees. And with these flat brushes, if I want a fat line, I use the fat edge. If I want a thin line, I just turn it on its edge and get a thinner line. So that's how I'm getting my trunks. Okay, so I just want to show you my reference photo again. Okay, not exactly the same, but that's why it's a reference photo. I'm not exactly copying it. Okay, and my reference photo has some really dark green grass up here in the front. So I'm going to put that in as well. And then all this is like a light yellow grass, so I'm going to just leave that light. But one thing I'm noticing is that maybe I'm starting to lose some detail. Like I can't tell the difference between my grass and my road. You can use a clean dry brush as kind of an eraser, so if you want to bring out any highlights or just add some directional marks, like I'm going to remind myself this is grass. So I'm going to add some vertical streaks right here to help me remember this is grass. My road, I'm going to add some directional brush marks there. Okay, and then the corners of my sky, I want to dilute it a little bit. I don't want it this dark, so I'm going to add a little bit of water. Anytime you want the color a little bit lighter, just add a little bit of water to get your color more see-through. Okay, there I have a lighter color. And I'm just going to paint in. So let's talk about skies and clouds. Typically clouds are white. That means you're going to paint everything except your clouds. You're going to paint the blue. Okay, so I'm going to paint the dark corner here and some lighter blue in here. Okay, this line is important, but also, if you want to erase anything, you can use a paper towel. So if you like majorly messing up, you need something light again, you can clean it off with a paper towel. However, this process you should probably try and get done in one class period. Okay, so I'm just toning my background so I don't have a big purple line there. All right, and now I'll put my trunks back in. And my brush is wetter. It still has water in it. Okay, so I'm going to redefine these trees. The bottoms of these trees. And they touch the horizon line at that point. Got a little lone tree back here, and two over here. Okay, and then if you feel like that large brush you weren't able to get any detail with it, yeah, you can pull out a smaller brush to do some detail. But again, your underpainting is mostly to get the values, it's to get your drawing, some basic values, basic drawing, basic values, some basic shapes, not really necessarily detail or texture. Okay, I want this hill to come up a little bit, so you can also use a wet brush as your eraser and kind of scrub. I want to bring this hill upward. There we go. Okay, and maybe some, I missed some light areas. My grass, my path. You'll find though, as it dries, the longer it dries, the harder it becomes to scrub things clean. You kind of have to work quickly with this process. Okay, and there is my finished underpainting. You know what? There's one thing that's bugging me. The path got really fat up here towards the top, so I need to bring that in. All right, so I want to show you my reference photo, my underpainting side by side. So hard to fit everything on the dot cam here, but